Hello, everybody. Guess what? Today is Monday. And instead of having the blues, why not have the reds? Red Dwarf. Dun, 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 dun. Fun, fun, fun in the sun, sun, sun. There you go. Hello, everybody. Welcome. um, I apologize for the early start today. I know we normally start at 1 p.m., but we decided to start now because Suzanne and I, we are facing some real life issue today. They have the exterminator people are coming back to do a checkup on our apartment building, or our apartment here. The last time they had a guy in there, we told you all what happened. It was just terrible, and I think that either the exterminator who came in or some of his cronies might have brought in a flu, because then the entire building got sick. And not only that, but the even after we waited, the exterminator's formula, whatever they use for the bugs or anything, was affecting our cats. So we just, even after we waited, because they told us you have to wait for a certain amount of time, and then you come back, and we did. Wasn't it? It didn't do any good. And then, like I said, their flu got us all sick. So she and I were sick for 3 weeks. I said, nope, you're not coming in here again. No fucking way. Those people, yeah, sorry for the F bomb. Sorry about that. But anyway, no effing way they're coming in here. You need to check your exterminators, your guys or gals or whoever comes in here, and you need to check their health, because this person was sick. He had to be. There's no other way we could have all got sick in this building. No other way. So, came from the outside. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get to our Red Dwarf reviews today. We are on episodes 3 and 4 of season 6. One of them is one of the best episodes. It's right up there with Backwards. In fact, I did give it an A+. It's called Gunmen of the Apocalypse. Yeah, it's very good. Then the second one is a little less a decent one. It's okay. It's called Emohawk, and let's make sure I'm saying this right. Yeah, Emohawk Polymorph 2. Yeah. So the Gunmen of the Apocalypse was actually by over 1,100 people rated a very high 8.6 out of 10, which is definitely a 9, or close to a 9. So like 4 out of 5. So like it's supposed to be a B, but for me it's an A. It's an A+. It's really a great episode. Very funny. And Emohawk is rated like a 7.9 by 883 out of 10. So it's a secondly decent one. It features Dwayne Dibley again, played by Danny John Jules. So yeah, so I'm gonna rate that one a B+. It's 8 out of 10, which is a B, but I'll give it a B+ because I thought it was pretty good. So anyway, uh, Gunman in the Apocalypse came out Thursday, October 21st, 1993. And then the following week, on Thursday, October 28th, was the Emohawk episode. So let's go to the first one. Okay. Starbug is This is the plot. Starbug is attacked by a simulant battleship and infected with a virus which overrides its navicomp. Lister, Rimmer, and Cat use the AR machine to enter Crichton's mind, which has taken the form of the Wild West, in order to fight the virus. Very cool. And there's this really cool picture of both Lister, played by Craig Charles, and yeah, and Danny John Jules playing Cat. They're dressed up in full cowboy regalia. It's really cool. Director Andy DeEmony was the director. The writers, of course, were Grant and Naylor, and of course the usual cast of characters: Chris Berry as Rimmer, Craig Charles as Lister, Danny John Jules as Cat, and Robert Llewellyn as Crichton. And of course, the remember Holly doesn't come back until later, so. And then it's the guy that played it normally was Norman Jewett, not the other Holly, Haiti Hayridge. The simulant captain is played by Dennis Lills, and Loretta is a lady that's in the town inside Crichton's brain, and the actress name is Jennifer Calvert. So we'll actually take a look at the two of them if we can, and see what they're doing now. All right, so let's take a look at the trivia. Okay, whoops, hello, there we go. All right, so Janet Street Porter, then a BBC executive, read the script and said it was impossible to shoot. She wanted the producers to discard the script and write a different one. She was then informed that the episode had already wrapped the day before. This episode won an International Emmy Award for Best Comedy. Oh, awesome. Robert Llewellyn and Danny John Jules were skilled horse riders, but Chris Berry and Craig Charles had never ridden on horses before. Charles was eager to learn, but Berry was very frightened of riding the horse. Charles played a prank on Berry by slapping Berry's horse on the behind, causing the horse to rear up and run off at full speed. Berry was extremely angry at Charles for doing this. Yeah, Charles was, Craig Charles was definitely a prankster. It was Danny John Jules' suggestion that the Riviera Kid be Mexican. And while filming the scene where Crichton makes him come out of AR, Craig Charles injured his groin by forgetting to remove the groinal attachment before walking away. This blooper, is on the Series 6 DVD. Cool. Now there are 21 more bits of information, but like I said, unless it's less than 10, I don't read it. Because I tried that once before as an experiment, and it just lasted too long. So I just wanted to get through the basic facts through IMDb, their background information, and that way it helps the stream progress. Okay, let's get to the goofs. All right, first we have continuity. When Lister, Rimmer, and the cat first walk through the saloon doors, outside the cat's large hat is on his head, but as the shot changes to inside, his hat suddenly changes to hanging behind him on his shoulders. Then there's one character error. When Lister, Cat, and Rimmer are in the science lab, just before Crichton's dream begins, Rimmer is wearing his red suit, which means he has soft light. In this scene, he leans on the top of the unit where Crichton is lying, but if he has soft light, he shouldn't be able to touch anything. He doesn't become hard light until later in the episode. Turn on my hard light. Yeah, that. Okay, there are crazy credits from this. Cool. The end titles are accompanied with an instrumental Western arrangement of the theme song in reference to the Western theme of the episode. Oh, very cool. Alrighty. Okay. And of course, the same guy who wrote the Red Dwarf theme also wrote the arrangement of the Western, and that was Howard Goodall. So the only problem or the only difference was in those credits, it's just instrumental. Jenna Russell only, sings her opening part. So the opening credits. Okay, so now we'll go to the quotes. And let's see. Alrighty. Oh, yes, there's a lot of them. Okay. All right, well, I'll try to get through them as fast as possible, as I always say. From now on, tomorrow I'm going to do a poll, and in the poll I'm going to ask you, do you want me to read the quotes from now on any of these episodes, anything I do, or would you rather not me have them read them? I mean, I can always leave them out. It's not a big deal, but I know when I'm done reading through them, I'm just like going, I'll breathe in real heavily because I try to do all these different voices, right? And it is getting a little tiresome. I have to agree. So, but I'll leave that quote. Excuse me, when I do TOS tomorrow, which I think should be the last time I'm going to be doing any quotes from the episode of season 1 that we're doing tomorrow. I will put the poll up, and then I'll ask at the very end to vote in the poll before we're done, and then I will look at the poll results. So we'll go from there. That way we only have to just eliminate the quotes part of it. We don't have to go through that. We can just, go through the basic facts and everything else that's in there. So, yeah. So we'll do that tomorrow. Okay. So Bear Strangler McGee is one of the guys in this first quote. Rimmer, Lister, and okay. So Bear Strangler McGee. Let me think. All right. A man beans up in the hat of Bear Strangler McGee is either mighty brave or mighty stupid. Now, which are you, boy? Sorry, what were the choices again? You'll have to forgive a friend. He's a couple of gunmen short of a posse here. That pays for the hat. Now, what about the insult? Okay, you're a fat bearded git with breath that could paralyze a grizzly. And then Rimmer says, sooner or later, we're going to have to face the fact that we're not all going to get out of this in one piece. Or if we are, it's going to be one big flat piece. And then Dev says, we're going to cut you up. So small the worms won't even have to chew. You can't frighten me. I'm a coward. I'm always scared. And then it's Rimmer and Lister. I've seen westerns. I know how to speak cowboy. Leave the talking to me. Dry white wine and Perrier, please. And what about you two chaps? Rimmer, what westerns have you seen? Butch Accountant and the Yuppie Kid? Crane says, well, it's been mighty dandy meeting you boys, but if I'm not out of here by sunup, the buzzards will be fighting the lizards for my gizzards. And then there's a thing between Crichton, Lister, okay. Sir, I just can't eat any more raw coffee. 2 more bowls. But I'm sober, honest. Okay, who are you and why are you here? I'm some kind of robot who's fighting this virus, and none of this exists. It's all in a fever, except for you guys who really do exist. Only you're not really here. You're really in some spaceship in the future. Hell, that's got to make sense. I don't want to be sober. Okay, and then it's between Lister and River. So you took your time. Where you been? I was in the AR machine. Again? What do you mean again? Everybody knows you only use the AR machine to have sex. That is not true. Yes, true. It's pathetic watching you grind away on your own day after day after day. You're like a dog that's missing its master's leg. That groinal attachment's supposed to have a lifetime guarantee. You wore it out. You've worn it out in nearly 3 weeks. That's an outrageous, scandalous piece of libel. I don't just play the role-play games. What about the sporting simulations, like Zero-G kickboxing and Wimbledon? You only play Wimbledon because you're having it off with that jailbait ball girl. That is another total lie. She's not jailbait. She's 17. Lister, she's a complete sprite. She's a computer sprite, and surely that's the point. She's just a load of pixels. Yeah, but what pixels? Crichton says, I'm not afraid, Mr. Duff, sir. I believe my friends have bought me enough time to complete the antidote program. Now, if you'll forgive the rather confrontational imperative, go for your guns, you scum-sucking mollusk. And then it's Rimmer and the cat. Well, it's time we decided who's going to take the one-man escape pod. How? Well, if you'll just bear with me, I think I've devised a fair and equitable system of choosing who should survive. It's based on age, rank, seniority, usefulness. To cut a long story short, it's me. I was as stunned as you are, which is why I demanded a recount. But blow me if it didn't come out as me again. Keys? Rimmer, the escape pod is not an option. Why not? It escaped last Thursday. I was having a few beers. I couldn't be bothered moving, so I used the release mechanism as a bottle opener. Whoosh! And then Rimmer and Crichton and Cat. Scanners report a battle-class cruiser on intercept. It's rogue simulants, all right. Recommend immediate, total, and unequivocal surrender. Sir, surrender is the worst thing we can do. They despise humans and all forms of humanoid life. They believe you to be the vermin of the universe, sir. Didn't even know they'd met him. Oh, shit. Now who's this? Easy home. Let's see. No? Simulate captain on screen. Stretcher, species, and purpose. One of us will have to speak to them. No? Who's the least human looking? Listy, the mic's all yours.
Hi, good afternoon. How can I help you today?
How long have we been out? According to the Navcom, 3 weeks. That's strange. The drive interface has been upgraded, so have the engines. And if this readout's correct, we're armed. Laser cannons. They've totally upgraded the whole ship. They've even got rid of the squeak on the seat tilt control. I know this game. It's called Cat and Mouse. And there's only one way to win. Don't be the mouse. What are you saying? I'm saying the mouse never wins, not unless you believe those lying cartoons.
No, I don't qualify because I don't get.
We don't run, we strike. It's the last thing you'll be expecting. No, the last thing they'll be expecting is for us to turn into ice skating mongooses and dance the bolero. And your plan makes about as much sense.
No, 1,000 a month, so 1,200.
You're going to go with one of my plans? Are you nuts? What happens if we all get killed? I'll never hear the last of it. See you in Silicon Hill. Yes. Sir, the only solution is for me to contract the virus myself, analyze its structure, and attempt to create a software antidote before it wipes out my core program. Do I have your permission to sacrifice myself, sirs? Do lemmings like cliffs? Granted. Marvelous. You shouldn't ought to have done that, Jimmy. Why don't you try it, Sheriff? They say you used to be faster in a toilet stop in Rattlesnake Country. Give me 2 fingers of your best sipping liquor, Miss Lola, and make it the smooth stuff. The stuff where you get your eyesight back after 2 days. Guaranteed. And then remember to the simulant captain. I have no idea who you are, but boarding this vessel is an act of war, ergo we surrender. And as prisoners of war, I invoke the All Nations Agreement Article number 39436-175-880932-B. /B. 39436-175-880932-B. All nations attending the conference are only allocated 1 car parking space? Is that entirely relevant, sir? I mean, here we are in mortal danger, and you're worried about the Chinese delegates bringing 2 cars. Can't you let just one go? I was talking about the right of POWs to nonviolent constraint. Well, that's 7588092 /C, sir. It's embarrassing as much as anything else. Here you are, totally humiliating me in front of this xenophobic, genocidal maniac. No offense. Rilma, the virus has spread to the AR unit. We've lost our special skills. Are you still on the phone?
No.
Okay. Mr. War, sir. It would appear that due to circumstances completely beyond my control, there's been a bit of a cock-up in the bravado department. I may indeed have come across as being more brave than in fact I am. Wait, something's coming back now. You, sir. Whenever I look at you, I get an image of curry and early morning breath that could cut through bank vaults. And you, sir, there's something familiar about you, too. I get a name. Smee. Snakehead? That's it. He remembers me. And then Jimmy says, Frank, Luke, mine is loans with lead. Who in the heck are you? They call me the kid, the Riviera Kid. Well, Riviera Kid, let's see if you're shooting as fast as you're dancing. Boom, 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 boom. He shot the damn bullets out of the air. Okay, long range scanners are down. The only early warning we got is you. Stay alert. Okay, bud, but I'll keep my nose peeled. And Miss Lula, all my valuables are in this here box. You can have it all for 1 bottle of Mind Rotter. You're trading in your shooting irons? No use to me. I got the shake so bad, I'm like a couple of porcupines on their wedding night. Carrots? I'm throwing in my mule, Dignity. Mr. Sad Gid or what? Isn't there some way we can get in there to help him? Somehow turn ourselves into tiny electronic people and get into his dream? Is there some sort of gizmo lying around that someplace can do that? And if not, why not? Look, I think we've all got something to bring to this discussion, but I think from now on, the thing you should bring is silence. No. I think he's got something. Twice in one lifetime, when you're hot, you're hot. Gumshoe appears. Okay, choose your character. Oh, honestly, I just want to talk to him. Oh, anything. Sammy the Squib. Cracked shot with Tommy gun. Engage. Oh, it's so frivolous. Incoming. I am Doll, an ambassador of the great Vindaluian Empire. Our scanners reported human life on your vessel. Is this so? Humans? The Vindaluian people despise all humans. They are the vermin of the universe. Is that not right, Bindi Baji? You bet we hate them. Scum, 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 scum. The Vindalunian Empire has pledged to exterminate them all. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Alrighty, and let's take a look at. And thank you for having patience listening to me do that first set of quotes. All right. Okay. Now, outside of Kent, England, in the UK, is a town called the Laredo Wild West Town, Laredo Western Town. It has the computer simulation of a Wild West town. So they did film outdoors, and actually I heard about that town. I did some research. It is pretty cool. It's similar to it's decorated in a way that, like, back in Arizona, we had old Tucson studios, but when that burned down, they rebuilt that, incorporated it into what they call Tombstone, the actual town Tombstone, Arizona. So it's very, very cool. And so this Laredo, I thought, this Laredo Western town in Kent looked really cool. And I thought it looked exactly almost like when I used to go to old Tucson studios as a kid, or when I went to Tombstone. So, yeah, it was very cool. Okay. So before we get into two of the cast and crew, we do have one person in the box, and we got 4 likes. Yay. Thank you so much. Yeah, Curtis Selby. Good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon, Mikey. I hope you're well. Thank you, brother Curtis. Yeah, we're doing fine. Oh, by the way, Larry, if you were wondering about him, brother Larry's doing all right. He did have to go to the hospital for a minor inconvenience, but I think he's okay, and I believe he still is. And he is going to still celebrate his birthday tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So, which I think, yeah, he's got it in the YouTube already. So if you go to his Be Yourself Adventures, you'll see it there. It's a St. Patrick's Day / Larry's birthday special. He turns the big 6-0 today. Yeah, yeah. So make sure you go to his channel. Wish him happy birthday regards. Make sure you check it out tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Um, and I told Larry we can simulcast. So I will have MikeySuzeFour live stream simulcasting with his live stream. And I'm sure, hopefully, Gorilla will be there. Gorilla's Censored Thoughts. So I'm sure he's going to simulcast. And then we're also going to try to get Sifdan, Brother Sifdan, to simulcast as well. So happy St. Patrick's Day. And yes, Curtis, happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, sir. And thank you, Jeff B. Hello. Welcome, Jeff B. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day to both of you. And we got 4, like I said, 4 likes. Cool. We still have one of you watching. That's very cool. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Really do appreciate that. And again, like I said at the very top, we were sorry for the earlier start because we got somebody who's supposed to visit us today in regards to the exterminators, and they were going to do a double check, like a follow up, and they haven't been here yet, and it's already 1:10, and I'm getting pissed. I want them to come and finish, get here and say, "Oh yeah, honey, I know they're gonna pull shit. They're gonna do between 4 and 5 p.m."
I'll invite them in.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm not going to talk to them because I'll get mad and then they'll probably throw us out. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's move on to our next. Yeah. Actually, what I'll do is to ask you folks if you still want us to do quotes or not. in future uh, weekly webcam series streams that I do, these webcams, I'm actually going to go ahead and put it in the community section of the channel. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll post, uh, whether yes or no that you want us to do quotes from here on out. Because I don't mind doing the quotes in different voices. It's just it's so hard on my throat, and as it is, I'm trying to tell you folks basic, background information about the episodes themselves, and trying to read into quotes is just something I thought is like a side thing, and I didn't really mind it, but it was just it was working on my throat and wasn't just doing well. So that's what I'll do is after I'm done with today's stream, I will put in the poll. I'll let that poll go all week, okay? It's going to go all week long because we only have 4 days that we do this, right? But when I reach A team on Thursday morning or afternoon at 1 o'clock, before I reach that, I will give everybody. I'll come on about like 15 minutes early, like I did today. Just today and Thursday are going to be exceptions. But I'll come on early and I will let folks know if we're going to continue to do quotes moving forward in the future. So, yeah, we'll let you know. Jeff B says, made the household of 3 loaves. Oh, wow. Made the household 3 loaves of Irish soda bread for today. That is totally awesome. Hail Connie from Jeff B. Wow, thank you. Yeah. And Connie Clary, hello, our illustrious bird woman of YouTube and also one of our managing moderators for MikeySuzeFour. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Got sidetracked. No worries, Connie. We haven't even discussed the second episode yet. Emohawk Polymorph 2. So we're gonna get to that here pretty soon. But yeah, but thank you, Connie, for being here. And happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, Connie. It's very good to see you. Hail Jeff. Yeah, thank you so much. Really, folks, you're wonderful. And we hope we see you tonight for my my friend and my best friend and my brother Larry's birthday tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. So yeah, we're still here on Gunmen of the Apocalypse, and I was going to talk about quickly two of the people that are in it, two of the actors. One is Jennifer Calvert, who plays Loretta. I think she's the barmaid or the bartender helping in the episode, and then Dennis Lill is the simulant captain. Simulant captain. He also plays Death. Yeah. So we'll take a look at those two people since they're prominently displayed. Okay, Jennifer Calvert works as actress and director, and she was born on December 7th, 1963, in Ontario, Canada. She is an actress and director known for Stargate SG-1 in 1997, Riverburn in 2004, and Spatz, spelled S-P-A-T-Z, in 1990. So, on the anniversary of the attack of Pearl Harbor, that's when Jennifer Calvert was born 22 years later. So, when she reaches, right now, this year, she is 61, but when she reaches that, she'll turn 62. And it says here she did win one award. That was at the Vancouver International Film Festival. She won for Best Young Western Canadian Director for the movie she directed, Riverburn. Oh, cool. All right. And let's see. In Stargate SG-1, she played Renal for 3 episodes from 2001 to 2002. She was in the TV series Spats for 32 episodes. I'm assuming that's a British series from 1990 to 1992 as Karen Hansen. And then she directed Riverburn. It's a movie short in 2004. And then there's a TV miniseries called Merlin's Apprentice, which came out in 2006. And for 2 episodes, she played the role of Mistress Deborah. And she has one movie coming up, and it's in post production right now. It's called In God's Time, and she plays Sarah Johnson in that. Okay, cool. Sounds like a good title. All right. And let's move on here to Dennis Lill. Okay. All right, Denis Lill. It's either Denis or Dennis. I don't know. I pronounce it either way. He's an actor. He also works in the art department. He was born in Hamilton, in the Waikato region on the northern island of New Zealand. At the age of 17, he enlisted as a cadet in the country's Air Force. During this time, he discovered an aptitude for amateur dramatics. He had a fondness for imitating the voices of characters in the BBC's Goon Show on radio, and began acting in stage and operatic productions. In 1967, Denis moved to Britain and made his professional theatrical London debut at the Old Vic Theatre as an extra in William Congreve's play. There we go. In William Congreve's play The Way of the World. And from 1970, he became an increasingly familiar presence on British television, usually sporting his trademark mustache. Denis projected authority and was therefore often cast as military men, police officers, or aristocrats. And just some of the things he did. He worked in miniseries Lily in 1978, Fall of Eagles in 74, Gathering Storm in 74, a lackluster TV movie called Arthur the King in 83. He's been coppers in shows like Thriller from 73, Z-Cars, Return of Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, he's like done a lot of stuff, so yeah, very cool. All right. And let's see. Okay, let's wait a second here. I just have to try to get back to where I was on him. Okay. We'll get back there. I appreciate all your patience, folks. Okay. Usually when I try to get a little more into the person, and then it gets like all, a little screwed up. Okay, so let's take a look at Denis here. Okay. Right. So let's see. Oh, well, this is cool. All right, in 1976, there was a movie called The Eagle Has Landed, and he was Churchill's aide in that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, 1976. And in 1989, he was in the original movie Batman. Oh, that's cool. He was Bob the cartoonist. And in that, he did fill out his full first name, Dennis Lill. Very cool. In 1982, a few years before, he was in the Scarlet Pimpernel, with he played Count de Tournai in 1982, and then in a TV series in Britain known as The Royal, he played the character of Mr. Rose, and from 2003 to 2011, he was in 87 episodes as that character. So that is very cool. So far, the last thing he's worked on is Shakespeare and Hathaway Private Investigators. That's a TV series back from 2019. And in that, he played the role of Eddie Dogberry. Cool. For one episode. All right. Very cool. Okay. Now we move on to the next episode in the series that we're looking at today, called Emohawk Polymorph 2. And when Starbug is targeted by a Space Corps enforcement probe, the crew crash land on a nearby moon, home to the friendly Kanita Wawi tribe. I hope I said that right. The only problem, in exchange for a new OG unit, the chief demands that Lister marry his daughter. Andy Damany again worked on this as the director, Grant Naylor writers, and everybody else. And let's see. Let's see. Okay, well, there's two people we can look at this on as well. The Gelf is played by Martin Sims, and Hugh Quarshie, Quarshie, was the computer voice. Oh, cool. Okay, so we'll take a look at those two gentlemen after we're done here. Okay, and I think I'll skip the quotes for this one because I think, like I said, it's just getting too difficult. Okay. All right. And the real first appearance of Dwayne Dibley had to be reshot numerous times because the studio audience cheered for so long that the scene could not continue properly. It was reshot until the audience cheered less. Danny John Jules suffered minor injuries to his face from the explosion effect on the Starbug. And Ainsley Harriott, who played the Gelf Chief in this episode, hosted the Red Dwarf cooking special Can't Smeg, Won't Smeg, 1998, where reference was given to his characters. Stephen Wickham, who played Ek, also reappears in Series 10's Entangled episode in 2012, playing the BEGG chief. The cat utters the word shit in one scene, one of the only times this level of language is heard in the series. It is cut from some broadcast. The scene where Rimmer and Cat, as Ace Rimmer and Dwayne Dibley, prepare to go into Starbug's airlock, had to be shot 4 times because Danny John Jules kept forgetting what all of Dwayne Dibley's positions were. In the third take, a note with Dwayne Dibley's items was taped to the lunchbox prop, which Chris Perry messed up the line, "Let's get into the airlock." Okay. There's only 8 more, so I'll read through them fast, and then we got a spoiler. So, okay. Crichton handshaking the elf leader was improvised by Robert Llewellyn. This episode brought back 3 of the most popular characters: Ace Rimmer, Dwayne Dibley, and the Polymorph. It should also be noted that this time we don't actually see the Polymorph as it was shown in Season 3, we just see its tongue used for changing the emotions. This was referred to as a triple sequel in the Series 6 DVD booklet. Robert Llewellyn came up for the idea of the Gelf handshake, where Crichton and the Gelf chief shake each other's feet. The original script of the episode was entitled Polymorph 2 Emohawk to make it clear the connections with the earlier episode with the Polymorph. However, Doug Naylor believed it to sound too much like a football score and rearranged the title. Dwayne Dibley's items are a thermos, sandwiches, corn plasters, telephone money, a dandruff brush, an animal footprint chart, and a triple thick condom. The Kanita Wowie Village was a redressed medieval set from the short-lived series Covington Cross in 1992. Okay, here are the scenes cut from the episode. A substantial amount of dialogue had to be trimmed from the episode, the bulk of which came from the early sequences aboard Starbug. These 9 extended dialogues include Rimmer discussing his theories on the correlation between short haircuts and military victory, and his wariness of relying on one feline's nose to navigate Starbug. When the enforcement orb decloaks and begins warping around Starbug, Lister tells him to look to the port bow, and they all look out the cockpit view screen in the opposite direction at what Lister looks in. Lister then apologizes, saying that he got port and starboard mixed up. As Crichton notes the enforcement orb is in arrest mode, Cat says they are deader than kipper ties. There is an extra explosion in the Starbug cockpit as the enforcer orb fires a warning shot with a monitor exploding near Lister, sending glass everywhere. Also, the orb gives its full designation. Crichton surmises that since the enforcement orb's voice chip is in reverse, then its logic chip may be in reverse too. Crichton advises the Dwarfers to plead guilty since that will actually be pleading innocent. But after rethinking it, he says that they should aim to be found guilty since instead of punishing them, it will let them go. And if they are found innocent, it will blow them out of the sky. One of Cat's feline sayings, lose a good friend, you can get another, but lose your tail and things will always be draughty. Lister says that is as clear as his bathwater. Cat explains it means if you hand over your tail, you wind up with Whistlebutt. Rimmer says that there's nothing between Cat's ears, that you could use Cat's head as an aboriginal hunting horn. The booming, threatening voice recording coming from the Gelf icon, which is the Kanita skull asteroid, threatening any who come into Gelf territory, was originally different, with a more Jamaican sounding accent. Jamaica man. This may be due to the clapped out Starbug Navicomp, along with the enforcement orb speaking in reverse, since Crichton mentioned its dematerializing affected it. When Crichton puts the Gelf beacon into transmission, or into translation, it says in a very soft and placid English voice, deaf to the stranger. Two dialogue trims from inside the Kanitawawi's chief's wantunga or hut. When explaining to the dwarfers why the Kanitawawi would have an Emohawk, Crichton says that emotions are a highly valued trading commodity because droids and simulants are prepared to pay incredible prices for them. Crichton mocks Lister over his ability to understand what the Gulf Chief wants of him. A neat cat gag is followed by more feline business that ultimately only gave the audience information they already had. Cat mocks Lister over his recent Gulf marriage, saying that he will soon be buying insurance, as Cat believes he can smell the Emohawk aboard Starbug, and Rimmer demands he stop playing Name That Smell. More business with Ace Rimmer and Dwayne Dibley. After Ace has revealed he plans to snap Dwayne's neck when he's not looking, and then suck everything, including the Emohawk, out the airlock. As Ace puts his hands around Dwayne's neck from behind, Dwayne talks about being a 33-year-old man who still plays with a yo-yo. Ace says that he can't do it, so it would be like garroting Bambi. A slightly longer Police Squad 1982 style finale as Dwayne accidentally freezes the others with the liquid dilinium, delinium, and does a little dance around them. And although Talkie Toaster has not been seen since Series 4, there is a possible reference to Talkie Toaster towards the beginning of this episode, as Lister and Cat mentioned having 4 rounds of toast instead of taking part in Rimmer's battle drills. Okay, and let's see. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are 4 spoilers. So if you have not seen the episode and you want to go ahead and put your hands over your ears so I can tell you these, and then when I'm done, I'll just give you this sign. So, all right. So the first spoiler is the ending of Red Dwarf, Emohawk Polymorph 2 TV episode was originally longer. When Dwayne Dibley accidentally freezes Ace Rimmer, Lister, and Crichton with the liquid delinium, Dwayne does a little dance to the Red Dwarf theme tune behind them. This episode marks the last time until Nanarchy from 1997 that the characters make any mention of actively trying to find Red Dwarf. Presumably at some point shortly after this episode, they lost track of the ship and gave up looking for it. Crichton mentions the famous John Kennedy taken out theory involving the man shooting from the grassy knoll, foreshadowing the Series 7 opener Tikka to Ride, Tikka, from 1997. And Emohawk type of polymorphs apparently eat personality traits rather than the traditional polymorph from season 3, which ate emotions. Neither Cat nor Rimmer had any emotions removed by the polymorph. And it's so cool. Okay, let's get to the goofs. Okay. All right, and the first one is miscellaneous. When Ace Rimmer reaches to open the airlock door, the hatch starts to move before his hand touches the control. Okay, and one more character error. On the basis Space Corps External Enforcement Vehicle speech software is talking backwards, Dave Lister said, "Bony butt, SAR move let's." Had he been saying it in the correct format, he should have said, "Butts bony, R move let's." Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, so we're going to refuse to read the quotes today because I'm all out of breath. I'm sorry. Okay, so and of course the Red Dwarf theme, and let's see, no filming and production. Okay, so let's get to the cast and crew. and we'll give you the quick bios, mini bios here on two of them. And let's see. You know what? Instead of Martin Sims, let's go ahead and do it on Ainsley Harriott, who plays the Guelph Chief, and then we'll also do Hugh Corshi. Okay. So, sorry, Martin Sims. We'll get to you another time. All right. So, let's take a look at this. All right. So, Hugh Corshi is a British actor, director, and he does soundtrack. He was born on December 22nd, 1954, in Accra, Ghana. He is an actor and director known for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace from 1999, Highlander in 1986, and Nightbreed in 1990. He is married to Annika Sundstrom. Nice. So when he reaches that date this year, he'll turn the ripe old age of 71. Yep, he's 70 right now. Yep. He was nominated for one BAFTA award also. Very cool. And remember in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, he played Captain Panaka. Right. And then in Nightbreed in 1990, he was Detective Joyce. And in 1986 in Highlander, he played Sunda Costagir. And then in 2018, he played. There was a movie called Red Sparrow. Great movie. Simon Benford. He played in that. All right, and we'll just mention he's got two upcoming films. One is in development. It's called The Meeting. He plays Jack. And one is a TV series that's running called Wild Cherry in production. So he's in that. That's very cool. All right, so that was Hugh Corshi. All right, let's go to the Guelph Chief, Ainsley Harriott. Okay, Ainsley was born on February 28th, 1957, in London, England. He is an actor known for Tabloid in 2001, Davro in 1990, and of course Red Dwarf. And he is married to Claire. They have two children. So he just celebrated his 68th birthday. Wow, very cool. Yeah, last month. All right. So Tabloid was a movie that he played himself in 2001. And then, of course, The Guelph Chief in 93 with the one episode of Red Dwarf. And a TV series called Davro, which is spelled Davro. He's an actor in that. Just as actor. And from 1990 to 1991, he was 13 episodes in that. Now, The Can't Smeg, Won't Smeg is a TV movie where he played himself as like a cooking show in 1998. And by the way, that Can't Smeg, Won't Smeg is available on YouTube. So if you type it out exactly the way it says, Can't SMEG, Won't SMEG, you'll find it. Yeah, it's right there. I downloaded it myself on my playlist, so it's very funny. It is. Um, the last thing he worked on was in 2015. Ready, Steady, Bahag. It's a TV movie. He played Gainsley Lariat. Oh, nice. He made a fun of himself. Okay, cool. All right, so that's Ainsley Harriott. Okay. All right. And that should do it for our Red Dwarf episodes today for review. And let's find out what's coming up next Monday, which will be episodes 5 and 6 of season 6. Okay. Episode 5 is Rimmer World. Rimmer World. And then the last episode of season 6 is Out of Time. That's the other one. All right, cool. So that's for next week. All right. And let's see. Oh, we had some more people come in. Very awesome. Yep, Connie Claire said, Hail, Mikey. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you. Yay. Okay. Yayek's vlog. Hello, everyone. Hello, Yayek. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in and being a part of our show. And Jeff B says, hi, Yayeks. Yeah, Yayeks, you're new. If you want to just tell me real briefly how I know you, maybe from a previous live stream done with another channel or somebody I might have known. If you want to mention that in the chat, that's very cool. Yeah, please, so we know where you come from. But you look familiar to me. But yeah, just let me know where I know you from. And then if you attend us a couple times, hey, yeah. Thank you, Connie. Yeah. So if you're familiar to me, if I've seen you in previous other chats or other live streams, let me know. Okay, in the chat, in the comments there below, in the chat. Okay. Okay. So like I said, after today, what I'm gonna do is just forego quotes for this week for for TOS, for Get Smart, which we're starting on Wednesday, and of course the 18th. Now that poll will be there all week until for most of the week until Thursday. Before I start doing 18, I'll come on again about 15 minutes early, around 12:45. So it'll be 1 p.m. tomorrow start time tomorrow and Wednesday. But on Thursday, I'm going to go at 12:45 p.m. start time, so I can give you guys the final results of the poll after 4 days and see what you folks say about quotes. If you don't want me to do quotes anymore after this week, from now on, let me know. I don't mind at all. It's just it's a nice little extra thing I like doing because I like doing voices and things. I don't do them well. I am not a great impressionist, okay? So please, please don't. Yeah, please. I'm not good at all at that. But anyway, doing impressions. But anyway, yeah, if I get rid of that section of it, it's not going to be a big deal. Really isn't. So, but as I told you before, when it comes to trivia or when it comes to goofs, if they number 10 or more information background, from IMDb, I don't use it. Because I think that because they get the first five that are there, and then they have others after that, I think the first five are the main ones that you want to concentrate on. That you want to talk about the episode, so that it gets people interested, and they say, "Oh, okay, cool." So I'll go see it. Yeah. So and Connie says, "Welcome." Yeah. So okay. So tomorrow we just did. We just oh yeah, you know what? I almost forgot. I wanted to mention TOS because tomorrow we have that episode that we're gonna do from TOS, and we just did last week. So I want to mention that real quick from Star Trek. Okay, from season 1. All right. So yesterday we gave you, or last Tuesday we gave you the information on chronologically here the Conscience of the King. That was the Kodos the Executioner thing episode. Okay. And then, we did that already. And then we did, yeah, I believe we did season 1, episode 14. If I'm not incorrect, I think we did discuss Balance of Terror. That was a fantastic episode, which had Mark Leonard as the Romulan commander. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow is going to be a fun one. This one is Shore Leave, where you got the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, and then the white rabbit, and then you got the Finnegan, the guy that is the prankster that crosses paths with Captain Kirk and he fights him and everything. Yeah. So that is tomorrow, I believe, Shore Leave. Yeah. Season 1, episode 15, which premiered on Thursday, December 29th, 1966, so just before the new year began. And over 4,700 people have seen it, and it's got about a 7.3 out of 10. So, yeah. So I believe that's tomorrow. But if not, then it's Balance of Terror. Then that would be the next one. But I believe I already did Balance of Terror. So, okay. So that's for tomorrow. All right. Okay, so before we get to the prayer, first I want to thank Yayek's vlog for coming in today. Thank you so much for being a part of our growing family. We do have close to 250. We're only a couple subscribers away. So if you haven't subscribed yet to MikeySuzeFour, why not? Come on, subscribe. I'm not into big monetization. That's long time away. But when we get to 250, I am going to do a special live stream to celebrate all 250 of our wonderful community family members. Because to us, they're a family more than just subscribers. And because of you guys and gals, we wouldn't exist if you didn't give us the incentive to be able to do these shows for you guys and girls. We'd be in trouble. So I mean, I wouldn't even want to do it anymore. So the fact that I see you guys and gals always here and you're representing the fan base that really enjoys this channel and which never discriminates, never goes against anybody, apologizes if they make mistakes and admits to them, any of that, which we do. Uh, we want to make this channel, uh, I think my wife Suzanne said it best. We want to make this the kindest channel possible. We would just want to be out there to make everyone feel welcome, feel comfortable. They can laugh, they can joke, they can do anything they want, with within reason, of course. But I mean, just they get a chance to express themselves. Maybe they feel badly if they go to another, let's say for example, I won't pick out anybody per se, but let's just say they go to another channel which isn't as kind. Let's say they go there and they got a whole bunch of people that they're talking all at once, the panel's just all screaming their name and everything and doing things, and you are a brand new person to this channel, and to that channel, and you have no way of communicating because you tried to say something and immediately they gave you the backlash, like you might have said something wrong, but you didn't think you did. So there are plenty, and I guarantee you there are plenty of channels like that out there on YouTube, but this is not one of them. We do not prejudge, we do not do any of that. Okay, now, if there, and I'm going to say this once, if there are people that deserve, okay, that deserve to be blocked, they are blocked for a reason and a reason only. That's it. They made a mistake. We went over it. We discussed it. And if the person is not happy with that, I'm sorry. I can't take back some of the blocks I had to make because they were affecting our channel. They were going to come after me and they were going to come after my wife. You don't do that. If you come after me, I'm pretty big about it. I can handle it. But if you come after both of us, forget it. You're not going to get anywhere into our sanctum. That's it. So I'm just that's all I'm going to say now. We're just going to move on, and we'll go ahead and do a quick prayer here, and hopefully these exterminator people or whoever the heck they are will show up soon because I know my wife's getting pissed. Anyway, okay, so Father, Son, Holy Spirit, dear Lord, thank you for everything you do for us in this world and everything you do in our lives. We do appreciate that you're there for our families, our friends, our neighbors, our uh, relatives, our cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, everybody nephews, everything. Um, we just ask for you to keep us in, for us to keep our friends that really need our help, like Larry of Beers of Adventures, and like Jay Aldridge, our friend, uh, brother Jay from Louisiana, and Larry who's in California and Arizona. They're going through really rough times now. Both of those wonderful persons that I know. They're my brothers. I care about them. I love them. They're like extended. They're my extended. They're our extended family. So they are prominently in there, and we just want to make sure that all of them are doing well, Lord, and that everything is going fine. Um, and bless Larry for reaching 60 years of life. I hope he continues to live till at least till he's 100. Because I know Suzanne and I are trying for 100, but but it's God's will. If He wants us to get only 90, okay, fine. I got 30 more years to deal with on myself, on myself and Suzanne. So and we love each other so much. I mean, we're going to be together for all that time. There's no doubt. So it's and our beautiful cats. Hopefully they last as long as they can. The longest we've had is 15 years. That was lucky, but Moon Pie Deja Vu. We hope they get to be 15. So or 16, whichever way they go. And Jeff B says, "Be well, everyone, and enjoy the day." Yes, thank you, Jeff B. Thank you again. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Good to see you, my friend, and thank you very much. So, with all this, Lord, we ask and we pray, not only through you, Father God, your blessed Son, and our Savior Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit that engulfs us all in love and support and unconditional prayer, uh, the Blessed Virgin Mary, who gives us wisdom and guidance, and of course, our own patron saints. For my beautiful wife of the Universal Life Church, where she is a minister to you, God, her patron saint, Saint Suzanne, and for me, of course, Saint Michael the Archangel, defender of heaven, and who sent the evil one to hell along with his evil minions. And of course, a blessing special today we need from you, Saint Patrick, to watch over us and to give us a lot of joy in our lives and no more tragedy and no more sadness. So, for all this, we ask you, Lord, in your name, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. All right. So, all right. So, tomorrow we've got an episode of TOS, and let's see. You know what? I'll take a look at it real quick. Give me a minute. I gotta see which one we're doing tomorrow. Yeah, it'll drive me nuts otherwise if I don't know. So let's see here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Going to my channel. All right. Let's see. Manage videos. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what I did last week. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, which one did I do? Weird. Oh yeah, we did do Balance of Terror. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So then tomorrow will be season 1, episode 15 of TOS Shore Leave. Very cool. All right, cool. Okay, so on behalf of myself, my beautiful wife Suzanne, our two beautiful cats, Moon Pie and Deja Vu. And by the way, one last thing I do want to announce is along with you already know what we're doing this week. And Saturday, we're also doing, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But on Thursday, the 20th, we're going to celebrate our cat, Moon Pie. She's turning 8 years old, and it's going to be a party. It's just a little stream, myself and my wife and our cats. So we'll celebrate that, I guess, right around 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern on this coming Thursday. After we do the 2 episodes of the A Team on 1 p.m. Eastern, or I'm sorry, 12:45 Eastern, just for this Thursday, right? Because I can give you the results of the poll. And then on Saturday, we're doing another Star Trek fan film. Remember, every other Saturday, we do one Star Trek fan film, and then the following Saturday, we do a Star Wars fan film. And this last one, Star Wars fan film, we did, which was called Vader Shards of the Past Part 1, came from Star Wars Theory. He's a guy who is on YouTube. He's very prominent, very, very well respected, uh, YouTube creator. And he's trying his absolute best to put out 2 more episodes, 2 more parts, so that he can have a trilogy of his own. And you know what? It is some of the best direction, some of the best choreo, everything that a film deserves. And I believe they should be considered absolutely Star Wars canon. They should. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, he's got 2 more parts to put together, and it's going to take a lot of money, a lot of heart, a lot of soul, a lot of things, to put together, and some of the best people to work on them. So yeah, wish him luck. Support him on Patreon if you get a chance. He always can use, even if it's $2, he can use that because it adds up to where uses some of his own funds to start these films to build them. So yeah, please make sure you do that. And oh, welcome. Hey, Devil Flyer Momentum. Happy St. Patty, Mikey. You too, Devil Flyer. I remember you, Rex. Yeah, from last night. Apex Comics birthday stream. I hope he enjoyed that this morning. I didn't get a lot of sleep. I'll be honest, because we're worried about this thing today with exterminators and shit. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Devil Flyer. Welcome, welcome, Rex. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Rex. I appreciate that. So yes, happy St. Patty's to you as well. Okay. All right, so I think I gave you guys and gals everything. Let's I'll put the poll up after. Okay, so let's thank Devil Flyer Max Momentum, who's here today. Jeff B, Connie Clary, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Remember, with all of the people that are in the chat, please make sure you hit the like button. Well, hit the like button for us today, but don't forget to subscribe to every one of everybody's channels there who are in the chat today. Don't forget that. Make sure you share this video with your friends and family and acquaintances. And don't forget, make sure you hit that notification bell. You know, that little ding, ding, ding thing. Yeah. So as soon as like you see where it says notify me, click that even once. I mean, takes nothing. Just click it once and it says notification on and it lets you know when the next webcam or live stream or web stream or whatever comes up. And it'll let you know that. Gives plenty of notice. So then you'll be able to know. And let's see what else is going on. I think that's everything. Unless I forget something. But anyway, like I said, so continuing thanking people. Let's see, yeah. So Jeff B, Connie Clary, Devil Flyer Momentum. He's also known as Devil Flyer Rex from Apex Comics channel. Yayex Vlog. Thank you, Yayex Vlog, for being here. Thank you, Curtis Selby, our tired midnight blogger brother. He was also here today, so thank you, Mr. Curtis Selby, Brother Curtis, for being here today, too. Appreciate that. And to all of you, of course, a wonderful, wonderful, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope everybody enjoys that. And don't forget, if most of you do know my brother Larry from Be Yourself Adventures YouTube channel, please go there if you can and wish him a happy birthday today. His live stream will be starting right around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be simulcast. I hope to get it simulcast at least not just on his channel, but on our channel here at MikeySuzeFour, so that you'll have two live streams. And if we can get more the merrier, because we're trying to get as many people as we can to celebrate a man that reached 60 years old. Reaching 60 is a huge, monumental task. And if you can make it in this day and age, considering what you go through every day of your life, it's amazing. So, yeah, and we're going to have a similar celebration. My wife will be close. She's going to be 59 on June 16th, so we're going to celebrate her birthday. We're going to celebrate my birthday when I turned 60 on September 22nd this year. So there are a couple of major events that we're going to be doing live streams for. So make sure you folks are there for us. Okay, great. So, in the immortal words of Gene Siskel, who used to do Siskel and Ebert at the movies along with Roger Ebert. Of course, now both gentlemen are safely in heaven as they're reviewing movies for angels who want to watch them upstairs with angels and saints. The aisle, as he always said, is now closed. So I want to thank all of you for being here. God bless everybody on this wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Make sure you're wearing the green. Say this is green, believe it or not. So make sure you're wearing the green today, or you're gonna get your ass pinched, or some other part of your body. Let's hope you don't get your butt kicked. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Or if somebody doesn't roofie your drink in a bar, yeah, you have to be careful with that too. Because I didn't wear green one time, and somebody did try to roofie me. So yeah, you got to be careful. You really do on this holiday for sure. Okay, so as I always like to say, my wife has one of the best pieces of advice: leave everything in God's hands, which is a great piece of advice, and I hope all of you can somehow follow that. Unless you're an atheist, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. As far as Larry says, he always says, "Be yourself." Always be yourself. He says that. And I mean, like, that is probably the most simple but effective piece of advice you could ever have. So, yes, always be yourself. And finally, the meme I chose for this year was always expect the unexpected, everybody or everyone, either way. So, with that, God bless America. God bless uh, Canada. God bless this world that we all live in and have to go through. And but it's fun. And finally, peace always from MikeySuzeFour and our wonderful cats. And thank you, Connie Clary. Thank you so much. Oh, Connie, tell me real quick before I go. Um, are you still looking for those two red cardinals? If you can find those cardinals, I would definitely love to see that. That would be a wonderful. And by the way, I do want to mention this quickly. Connie Clary has a fantastic two channels. This is her original that's in the chat, and she's one of, like I said, she's one of our few managing moderators that takes care of this channel. She's really great at what she does. But if you also check out her Fluff Chick Productions channel, that is where she's got all these bird videos, and they're so calming, so wonderful. So if you really do love birds, and love birds, and did you see what I said there? And if you really like Canadian geese and all this other stuff, check out her bird channel. It is just absolutely wonderful, and you won't have any problems, and you'll be calm, and you're like, oh, this is great, and then maybe it'll let you go out, allow you to go out more and enjoy things. Yes, still looking. Okay, great. Connie, take your time. Okay, please. Red cardinals are very difficult to find, believe it or not. But if you do, fantastic. I trust you. I know you'll take care of them. So, all right. Well, that's it for me. At the 1 hour and 12 minute mark. So, again, thank you everyone for being here. God bless all of you today. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and we'll see you tomorrow, regular time, 1 p.m. Eastern. I promise, unless something else happens. But we'll be there at 1 p.m. Eastern with season 1, episode 15 from TOS, the original Star Trek. Shore Leave. That should be so much fun. So until then, aisles closed. Take care.
Okay. There's a raccoon called